In this video, I'm going to talk about the Treachery of Images, painted by René Magritte. As we all know, Magritte was a surrealist, which means he painted objects that are very realistic, yet unnatural. So the Treachery of Images must follow the same rule, right? But when you look at the picture, for those who doesn't know French, it's perfectly normal, nothing weird, nothing wrong. But for those who do know French, it's really confusing. It said, "This is not a pipe" in French. The colors, the shapes put together showed a pipe. What does it mean that this is not a pipe? It's clearly a pipe, right? I think that's what Magritte's trying to tell us. Whether what we see, really the thing we see, is seeing believing or not believing. Maybe the thing we see in this picture isn't what we think it is, or maybe this thing to Magritte isn't called a pipe. It's something else. There is a similar painting to the Treachery of Images. It's called Key to Dreams. Again, for those who don't know French, it's perfectly normal. Nothing weird, nothing wrong. But for those who do know French, it's really confusing. An egg is not an acacia, a kind of plant. A high heel is not a moon. No hat is called snow. Candles aren't called ceilings. Glass cups aren't storms. And a hammer isn't the desert. What if the thing we called egg is called acacia to Magritte? Just like it said in the book Frindles. When everyone agreed to call pens Frindles, maybe pens aren't called pens anymore. They are called Frindles. And just like it said in the song Quiet in Matilda the musical,
have you ever wondered, will I have about her when I say red? For example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red.
Have you ever wondered? Well, I have, about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as the red means in my head when someone says red. And I think that's what Magritte wanted to tell us, but only left a clue for us to think about it. I also did a painting inspired by the Treachery of Images. Instead of painting a pipe, I painted a guitar. But I think the rest of the painting looks similar to Magritte's. The colors are actually very similar. And the text I wrote is microphone in Spanish. The reason I chose that is because the shape of the guitar is kind of like a microphone. And that we use microphones to speak. And I think guitar can somehow work in the same way, with music notes instead of words. So the material I used for the painting are acrylic and the tools for painting. So before I started painting on the canvas, I made a color value pen with charcoals and pencils. And then after that, I made a sketch on the canvas with pencils first. And after that, I colored the object. And then after that, I colored the background with shadows of the object. It might be big or it can be small. And the final step is to add the text of your choice and the highlight. And I think it's really fun to do that because I've never really drawn something very realistic with paint. So I think it's really fun to do that, and thank you for watching.